Hello. Are you watching the channel, What Happens If? Today, we will have an unusual topic. Imagine that all the people on the whole earth will disappear in an instant. Now I will tell you what will happen to the world after we are gone. Let's go. Within a few hours after our disappearance, the lights around the world will begin to go out. Since most power plants run on fossil fuels, if people do not refuel them, that they will stop after 48 hours, registering a decrease in energy consumption. Nuclear power plants will switch to safe mode. Wind turbines, it will continue to work until the lubricant runs out, but the solar panels will sooner or later become unusable due to the accumulation of dust on them. Almost all areas except those powered by hydroelectric power plants will be de-energized. In the west of America, the generators of the Hoover Dam are powered by the flow of water from Lake Mead, so it can remain unattended for several months or even 2 to 3 days after our disappearance. The subways of many cities that are protected from groundwater by a pump system will be flooded in 10 days. Pets are locked up and at home. Billions of chickens, many cows and other cattle will die of hunger or thirst. Some animals will be able to get out into the wild, and there they will have to fight for survival in a new life. There will be no niche for decorative breeds of cats and dogs. They will die first. For example, short legs of bulldogs or a small mouth of terriers will turn into decisive disadvantages of large breeds. Dogs will unite in packs and hunt small dogs and other animals in a few weeks, and there will be no small breeds of dogs left after about a month after our disappearing. At nuclear power plants, the water cooling all the equipment will evaporate, and this will lead to numerous explosions and accidents. The consequences for the environment will be much worse than from Fukushima and Chernobyl. Millions of animals will die from cancer. But the planet is quite easy to recover from such radioactive contamination. 1 year after the disappearance of people, strange stars will fall from the sky. These are our satellites we brought to the orbit of the Earth. Tens of thousands of space objects. Satellites of the highest orbits will fall in many years. In 25 years, 3/4 of all road squares, sidewalks will be covered with plants. Then herbivorous animals will slowly come to the cities, followed by predators. Many dogs that survived will cross with wolves. The air without people will become much cleaner. In many large cities, the visibility range will increase several times. Cities such as Dubai and Las Vegas will be covered with sand and become part of the desert. All over the planet, nature will take its toll. Through for 300 years, such metal structures as the Eiffel Tower and steel bridges will begin to collapse. Since all these years there will be no one to paint the metal so that it does not corrode. To this, all cars will fall into disrepair for a long time. The fittings inside the concrete structures will swell 3 times due to rust, and concrete buildings will become so fragile that many dams that held until the last will collapse. 2. The vast swamps that once covered America will be revived again, and hundreds of species of animals will have a new home. The big animals of the oceans will also be happy our absence. Without people, whales will flourish. Their number will go through the roof in 500 years. That's how today's cities will look in 10,000 years. Almost all reminders that man was not once the crown of nature will disappear. Only a few stone structures will remain intact, among them the pyramids at Giza, which will be almost completely covered with desert sand. Fragments of the Great Wall of China and faces carved in Mount Rushmore, they will remain untouched for hundreds of thousands of years. After 50 million years, the only objects reminiscent of human civilization will be plastic bottles or glass fragments. After 100 million years, almost all traces. People will disappear. The planet is very resilient. It will be able to get rid of all our garbage. If 300 million years after our disappearance new intelligent beings appear on the planet, then perhaps they will not even guess that intelligent life once existed on Earth.